going on, blockchain monkeys? Eagle here. I'd like to thank you for coming to my jungle. Now, first of all, I'm no financial advisor whatsoever, nor am I a professional in blockchain technology. But there is one thing that I absolutely will do, and that's give you my opinion. So today, we have to go back into what's going on with Ripple because there's too much juiciness. I mean, let's just get to it. I mean, it's like right in front of our face, and it would be wrong not to bring this up. You have attention developers in search of guidance on how to build a topology library for your software. Look no further. I mean, what is Ripple not doing in the midst of its SEC blah, blah, whatever that is? You know what I'm saying? Right here, we treated from XRP Promised Land. While markets participants are concerned about XRP being deemed a security by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, Ripple continues to expand its services in Asian markets where there is more regulatory clarity. It's almost like the people in these other countries are paying this, SEC lawsuit no mind. It's like they don't even see it. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, this is what's happening, folks, right in front of your face. Let's take a brief look at this real quick. Okay, because they continue to march. One thing about Ripple, man, they have always continued to march and lay seeds. These boys been dropping seeds all over the earth for some time now. Like, this is why it's like surprising to me. I mean, it's like right in front of your face. All you gotta do is look. You know what I mean? Don't take a brief breeze by. Look, dig into what's happening here because you just might miss it. Okay, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP poised to resume uptrend. Damn right it is. XRP remains one of the most popular cryptocurrencies in Asia Pacific, despite legal uncertainty in the U.S. I mean, I'm going to leave that go. You get the point. Now slide on down. XRP Crypto Wolf. We have Ripple said, let's call Tetracron's lawsuit what it is, an opportunistic move to take advantage of the SEC's allegation. What's always been clear is that the SEC still has to try to prove their case in court, which we do not believe they'll be able to do. Absolutely not. And just like Conzi said earlier, sit your $5 ass down. You know what I'm saying? Slide on down here. If you're confused about Ripple or XRP, like you might as well just leave it alone. You know what I mean? You might as well just let it go. Seriously, because you're just going to get a headache. All right. Now we have a real XRP board. It says that bridge currency is where it's at, heading into a new interconnected digital world. I want you to take a listen to this. Shout out to Stansberry and Danielle for all the work that she does.
All of the YouTube videos with all of these really smart guys talking about why they can't take down Bitcoin, even if they want to. And I've read and listened, and I think, I beg to differ. I think that you can never underestimate the resolve of governments and central banks when they're trying to protect their currency. You've heard of currency and capital controls. They've been part of our history in many countries, including the U.S. It came in the form of making the ownership of gold illegal in 1933, which lasted 40 years. That was a form of capital control to protect the US dollar. You saw it in pre-1979 Britain, where there were currency controls. You saw it in South Africa. You saw it in pre-war Germany. You saw it as recently as 2015 in Greece. Okay, so currency and capital controls, or a method by which to use that philosophy against Bitcoin, is a possibility, and you have to take that into account. So although I think that Bitcoin is going to go a lot higher, I don't think it's anywhere near replacing gold. And I don't think we're seeing any evidence that the major owners of gold, the institutions, are switching from gold to Bitcoin. You're seeing obviously a few big names.
There's this narrative going around about Bitcoin, possibly, going up in the future and, retaining its prominence. But there's always another side where they say it's not the main thing, and it's, it's not going to be the main, de facto. So what will that be? If I was just taking a guess on the future, you know what I'm saying? Like, what else would it be? What other choices do we have? If you guys have some other ideas, like please put it down in the comments below. But when I'm seeing things like this, it's like a coordinated effort and they're just waiting to explode. You see the little blips here and there. You see they building a private ledger on top of the XRP ledger for CBDCs. Huh?
Like Paul Tudor Jones, I know he's been a big advocate of this, and I'm sure he's going to make a lot of money out of this. But it's not a general view in the investing public, and certainly not with the institutions, and certainly not with the central banks. Central banks own gold; they don't own Bitcoin, and they're gold is a core part of their currency reserves and always will be. And if they do anything, they will issue their own digital currency. They're not going to be buying Bitcoin because they're going to try with all.
It's almost like he wants to tell it. It's almost like he wants to tell it without being able to tell it. Look at it.
Other power to undermine Bitcoin. And so that's my view on it. And again, I don't have a crystal ball. I may be completely wrong.
You don't have a crystal ball, but you have inside information. Okay?
But my every fiber in my body.
Okay, so we have here, we're back on Twitter. We have Kylie Monroe shouts, what if Flare is just hush money because the values of the XRP private and public ledgers will not be the same? What if? I totally can see that. There is just so much going on behind the scenes. It's ridiculous what's happening. Nothing surprises me anymore, especially with the things I've been able to see in this space since 2016. Like you already know, everybody knows. You know, actually, I can't say that. Everybody doesn't know. Everybody who's in this community knows. All the blockchain monkeys knows. All those hungry motherfuckers that are down digging deep to find the future. They know. They put the work in. And this is why you will be properly rewarded. It is just hard right now for a lot of you. Right now, this is easy for me. The only reason it's easy is because I've been able to see some things like over time. I can truly understand why this is hard for a lot of people, but this doesn't. I'm sorry, but this doesn't bother me one bit. What's happening in the market right now? Okay, I see what it is. All right, now I want to come on down here to Raw Paul right here. He says this space will not be 1.7 trillion ecosystem as it is today, but a multi-$100 trillion ecosystem eventually. We just getting started, people. We're pups in this game. I'm enjoying how lucky this is. Such a beautiful time to be alive. You don't even understand it right now. You need to start documenting what's going on right now because we are planning some crazy. Okay, you can embrace change or fight it, but you owe it to yourself. Understand it is that pace of innovation is going exponential too. You nailed it. Now I want to leave you with this. We have back to our real XRP board. It is so early. We don't even have a. I just told you this. It is so early. We don't even have a clear laws yet. If it had to be, I bet the governments will not allow crypto to be used to pay for goods and services. Perhaps they will allow it be a tool, but not a replacement for sovereign currency, be it paper or digital. From day one, Ripple has been about order versus chaos. They have sought regulatory clarity, but SEC officials slept on the job. Meanwhile, other jurisdictions are embracing the opportunity like Asia. Don't you think the USA is going to come on board really, really, really late, hanging on by like a nail? They'll get there. Okay, let's take a listen to this.
The problem is in the lack of the regulatory certainty. What's happened is you've seen a lot of institutions pop up that actually create more of a risk around the regulatory issue, where you've seen, the crypto exchanges being hacked and, the lost funds. It's because the experts that manage markets that exist today, they can't adopt it because it's just not possible. For those who follow Ripple, you'll see all the time people saying, the banks, they're not using XRP. They can't yet. Many of them have worked with it. They've tested the use of XRP. But until there's regulatory certainty, they can't leverage it today. So that's where we work with other types of institutions within the regulatory framework that don't have the same type of regulatory pressure on their side, that still, again, complies with the KYC, AML type of checks. But they're taking that stepped approach of using what they can from blockchain aspects in our other products to enable fiat to fiat currency payments. So we're big advocates. Every time before we can work with a bank the first time in a country, there has to be that regulatory certainty that the bank gets the clearance from the central bank, that they can use our stuff. And these things that we've seen some significant developments. One of the announcements we had earlier this year was SAMA, the Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority. They actually brought a group of banks together to create an initiative using Ripple.
He's trying to tell you. He's trying to tell you, he's trying to tell you without saying everything right here. Hello. That's why he's speaking in this manner.
For cross-border payments. So in that case, we're actually seeing an increased adoption from central banks. And one of the amazing things when we talk to different companies and prospects is if you look at our adoption is absolutely east to west across the globe.
Now, queens and kings, let me tell you right now, I love this crypto space. I love it all. I love everything about it. Every single thing about it, regarding the projects, the flexibility of these projects, the innovation from being able to connect to multiple blockchains at once. This place is, this space is just crazy. But when someone tries to tell me about Ripple or XRP, I just really don't know. I don't have any really words for them because it just seems foreign and dumb to me. You know what I mean? Like when people try to say that, this has nothing to do with me liking or loving XRP or one coin or the other, because I'm looking at the whole space as a whole. But when people try to tell me, stuff about XRP and Ripple, it's just like it really goes in one end and out the other. And the only reason it does that is because of the foundational research that I've had over the years. You ain't never gonna get another opportunity like this. Do not miss the boat. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will all see each other on the moon.
Cause it's the standard in this bitch. XRP. I went to YouTube University, and now they mocking me with no degree. We saying by the swift, keep it walking. Respecting elders in these bushes. Bitcoin is talking.